Hello, welcome. My name is not important, and what we're about to do is much better. I mean, so we're going to port a model from another game to Resident Evil 2. To do so, this is how I basically do it. It's I think it's the easiest way, because I don't have any experience on anything like this. And I basically figured it out uh, by doing by copying and looking into other people's mods, and that's how I basically figured it out, and I want to share. And please be advised that this is what might be the worst tutorial yet, so it's really bad for reference. But if you want to see how a noob build a mod, then I think it's gonna be a perfect example, and let me show you how. Let's just get right into it. I assume that you already have the model you wanna port, which is this model right here. That's a lot of bones. So it has bones from different game, all these helpers and stuff. We don't need that. We don't need that. We just need the mesh. So I'm just gonna select the mesh and delete this. Now we already only have the bone. I mean, bone removed. So have the laser sight mesh and the body, and what it seems to be a bullet inside. So I'm gonna keep it. That's the model we wanna use. Now we have to port the model we wanna replace, which is WP7000 Samurai Edge. So this is a infinite weapon handgun model used for Resident Evil 2. We're gonna replace that. Now, where did I get this? Where did I get this mesh FBX file? I converted the original remesh from the PAK data file to FBX, and I used the NOEISIS program to do so. So this is the program right here. Okay. Where the heck did I? Yeah, this came from this. This is the PAK file that I unpacked. If you go weapon folder, there's like a bunch of them, and this is where I got from this mesh. You see here, I drag it into this, and I just drag them, and it says it will ask you where the MDF2 file are located, but I don't use them, so I'm just gonna cancel it. And you can see the mesh I got from the NOEISIS into 3ds Max, which I converted this by clicking export, select FBX, and export, and we'll create a mesh out FBX right here. And so we got the FBX file. The reason why I'm using this specific format, because I have the original mesh, I mean the modded mesh that I want to replace is in FBX. So if you have a model that is perhaps OBJ or something, export the original mesh to OBJ. I think that's how it works, maybe. But I'm more confident on FBX format, so I'm just gonna use FBX. But if you are perhaps more familiar with other formats on other platform like Blender or something, go with the OBJ. I don't think there will be any problem. So yes, and obviously the size and everything is different, so we have to fix that. But before we do anything, before we go on to any stuff, the first thing you gotta do is check the UV. Because if you don't, then you have to do it all over again if UVs are wrong. So unwrap UV here. There is a modifier. Alright, here. It seems everything is intact. But we don't know, maybe the UVs are flipped. Well, we can fix that on the text editor texture, but we can just fix it here, right? So let's compare that. UV is set up to right. This is my texture folder that I extracted. So we need to change. Let's see if we need to change anything like this to this. Seems perhaps where the heck it. Now if you compare that, seems everything is, well, a little bit odd, but let's just stick into it. Yes, if you look at that, everything is on the right format. So the UVs are correct. Now, bullets and laser sights have, I believe it has different texture for themselves. See, it has different textures, and bullets as well. So I think bullets are and the bodies are different. Let's see. Okay, what the heck is going on? Yes, it seems they are different. Wait. Oh, this is the bullet, okay. This and this. Let's check it out. Yes, they are quite different. Let's move them up a bit and see if they're different. Apparently, yes. And if you look at the texture, you don't see any bullets called yellow and glowy. So we can safely assume that bullet textures and the main body textures are different. Now we can find the bullet texture and the laser sight texture here to work on one texture, which is the WP7000 uses one texture only. I believe it has body textures, but we're going to use one because it's the simplest way and quite frankly the easiest. So we don't want to use this and this, because if you want to use them, you have to change their UVs and put their texture into one texture file. Like we have to quad the textures for experts usually say. So let's say this has like 10,024 pixels. So we have to make one, and then subpar, and we have to make something like this, like big ass texture, so that we can quad this to one big textures, and we have to change the UVs as well. Let's say, come on, stupid 3ds Max, come, what? Yes, are you fucking kidding me? The hell, be gone. Okay, now if you see here, there is something called UVW X form. I just learned from one of my sensei, my sweet motor friend here. And if you put the texture here, where the heck did it went? Yeah, here. So you have to put the UV here. I mean, oh, it's same UV size, so it doesn't matter. But let's say you have to change the size and all that. You can do it here, but and you can like kind of move around like this. You can do it, but this sucks, and this is pain in the ass to do it, and it's almost impractical. I'm just gonna reset it. So better way of doing this is to use UVW X form and change the size of horizontal, vertical, and offset to, let's say it's up, so do some math. 5. Now I'm gonna reset UVW once more. What? Okay, now it has to go up a further bit because the texture, if you see here, it's upper there. So okay, let's do that. Do some math. Pow. That's what I call calculating right there. And reset it. Bam! Bam! Works like a baby. Sweet. Now that's how you do UVW, but it's kinda, and you have to do it every single thing. And I don't even have a bullet texture right now. So we're just gonna pass, right? So we do have a laser sight though. So if we want this, let's say I put it, where is it? Texture file, and this is the diffuse for laser sight. And if you get here, let's say, nope, that's not my other project. And it's quite small. It's very small boy. So all you can do is you can just make it bigger, but the texture will be not so great. And I don't even know how to increase the size of the texture resolution. So we're not gonna do that, right? But we can use this. We can actually do this. Like, let's say we put it here, and we want to resize the UVW like we did the last time. So UVX form. So it's half a size. So it has to be 0.25, right? If you're big brain and you graduated from high school, and you may be able to know this all stuff. And we're gonna unwrap it. Let's see my calculations are correct. And bam, yes. No, actually it has to go up. So change the offset to, let's say, 25. And I'm gonna reset it. Pow! See that? See that? Okay. Bam, bow. Gonna unwrap it. Pow. Boom! Just like my texture here. This same. That's how you combine UVs and textures in the most noobiest way and easiest, cheesiest way possible. Yes. Pretty easy, right? Pretty dope stuff. UVW, good job. Good job, UVWX form. You made my life much easier. But I'm about to make much easier from here. I'm just gonna delete this. Pow! One UV, no bullshit, nothing. Just one texture, one UV, one anything. and I'm not gonna touch anything. Now that's a lot simple. That's what I call the simplest tutorial material I ever found. Look at how beautiful it is. Now UVs are correct. UVs are correct. Now UVs are done. So what do we want to do is resize it. We're gonna move this thing to match this size of the original mesh. If you don't do it, then when Claire holds that weapon, the weapon will be way up down there and very small to notice. So look at this bones. It's very distracting. You just go here, and if you click helpers, then they will quite help us invisible, so it won't be so much distracting. Now let's name this to let's say body, right? Body, and then just gonna rotate it to 0 degrees. Now we got it right? Now gonna move this to boop, boop, and then gonna scale this to around 200, right? Around 200. Move, boop, boop. Alright, she's still a bit small, so I'm just gonna increase size. Bada boom. Oh, looks good. Looks great. Since they are both same model in real life based on 92FS Beretta, so it looks quite okay. But in other cases, this is not the thing, because in other cases you wanna, let's say you wanna change Samurai Edge to something else like Glock or G18 or something, and the whole mesh will be look very different. Now, how do you cope with that? How do you make a proportion size out of this? Well, people, take reference. Take reference. Then I mean, what do you mean reference? Mean the real life sizes, right? There's a picture of this. Let's say FS versus Glock, and they will show you pretty much the size of them. See? That's how you take a reference out of proportion. And the way Claire holds it, like Samurai Edge, doesn't show, but the way she holds it will, you find the picture out of it and try to compare with the size of Glock, and also the trigger and the handle slide. Mostly trigger guard and trigger will matter, because the way Claire holds it will, if the gun is too big, and it will be clipped through your Claire's finger, so you have to keep in mind of that. And I think we're pretty good here. Well, it's not the same. It doesn't have to be the same, but just suits. That's all that is enough. I have to suit that thing out a little bit more. Now, if you put this thing too further front, too further front, you see this part here. This is where she holds her gun, right? And if you put it like this, and it will clip right through her finger. Like, this gun will devour her fingers, and now her finger is invisible due to this gun. And her finger is now used as a bullet in a bullet chamber. Actually, that's a lie. It won't use it as a bullet, but it will look quite odd. So you have to match that. I know it sucks, but you gotta follow the rules, man. Just have to follow the rules. Bam. And make sure the lines are okay, because you don't want this thing to be way here or here. Just be right here. Or you can just change this X to 0, which looks quite odd. So I have to make some adjustments there. Now the barrel size is different. They're both 9mm. They're quite different. So I'm just gonna move this to a bit down below. And size and proportion looks legit. Looks good. Looks good to me. Now if you want to increase the size a bit, shall we? Let's say I think the size is okay. Okay. Bam. I hate it when I have to do this again. Takes quite a bit of time. No. Alright, looks good. It's barely noticeable. Anything. Now we got the mesh. Proportion and position right. So, yes. Since we changed the position and size and even rotation out of it, first thing we gotta do before we do anything is reset X form. You see see this boy right here? This is what I call a problem fixer. Now, just reset it, reset selected, and it will automatically reset X form. I don't know what that means, but people say you have to do it, so I'm just gonna do it. Just collapse this so that it will stick everywhere you go with this model. From now on, this model's position and rotation is now here. This position right here. Not way down or a little small boy like that, but here. From now on. It's like naming a baby. So you have to always reset X form whenever you do any modification of mesh, rotation, and resizing, okay? Now, let's go to the UV, but we already checked it, but we wanna make sure. See, everything is in there. Well, normally your UV would be staying here, but somehow this model likes to be here, so we're just gonna leave it there. I don't have any problems with that. We only have a problem if the UVs are flipped, like this, or this. Then we have to do it, the modification. But our UVs are fine for now. Okay. UVs are okay. Alright, now, so the third thing we gotta do before we do anything is check the mesh division of the original model. I mean, what I say mesh division is, does it have a dedicated clip mesh, or slide mesh, or trigger mesh, or bullet mesh, or anything? It's case by case, and it has many diversity of meshes that has different mesh sub meshes. For this case, Just gonna hide you there. For infinite Beretta, bam bam, it has body 1, body mesh 1, and body mesh 2 with a clip, and body mesh 3. That's another frame. Okay, I don't know why they put a separate 3 different mesh out of a one pistol, but normally when you open other meshes, it has different mag mesh and bullet mesh normally, but this thing only has 3 mesh for one damn body mesh. So I'm just gonna stick with 1 mesh then. I'm just gonna replace this only with every different part rigged into different bones. I think that would be a lot happier. But and when you notice that hammer is up there, and this model has cocked hammer, so we want to fix that. And then let's see, what else do we have? Okay, is the safety on? Safety off. Okay, this is very good. This gun is a bit bigger, I think. It's not fair. This gun has to be big. Let's increase size a bit bigger. Oh, now it matches. Okay. It's gonna delete our UV because we just did the mesh editing. Now I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna uncock this hammer. Okay. I'm gonna uncock it. Let's hide this and see the hammer is in the right place. Are you the hammer? Are you the part? If you're not sure, just hide everything, damn thing you see. Hide it. I think you're the hammer. Now hide it. Drag all the faces. Unhide it and hide back. And now you only see the hammer you just picked. Now this part ain't hammer obviously. So we're gonna hide it all. Now we have the hammer here. Now we can uncock it. But there's a tip to it. Make a copy out of this. Clone it. And we're gonna say a reference. Ref. And we have 2 now. Gonna make a transparent for ref. See? And gonna click this vertex and unhide all. Oh shit. Well, basically unhide all the vertex, but if you go to faces and unhide all, and you'll see the body that you just hidden, and you click the vertex and only selects the vertex of the hammer, and I'm gonna rotate this. Oh shit. Boom and boom. Something like this, right? But we are not so sure. We're definitely not so sure. And when you look at it, you see this? You see this part? That means the normals are, well, fucked up. So in order to fix this, let's see. Boom. And go to the hide. Oh shit. Oh crap. to do this again. Da. You see the hammer here? The reason I made a reference is to see where hammer blade is positioned. A bit here. And I'm gonna rotate a bit. To make a parallel line. And here, I think that's good enough. Oh shit, did I? The face mesh is missing here. I fucked it up. Da. Okay. Okay, tough guy. I think this is the one. Boom, pow, pop, pow. Yep. Okay. Unhide all. Hey, look at it. It's way off. I guess. Why do I even exist? Alright. Nah. I think I can agree this is better. What do you think? You take a reference to the model here. Pound. About the same. About the same. I would say. Okay. Nope. More tilted, I guess. Right. Around this. And looks good. It lines up with the cockpit. The chamber. Hammer. Okay. And I like this. I like it. I'm gonna stick it that way. Now to fix the normal, well, you see? It's quite different. The shading is different. The shading is quite fucked up. To fix this, there's an easiest way. Just gonna delete all this. Bam. And unhide all. And what did I tell you about the X form? You always X form when there's a rotation. You do that. Collapse all. Pop. And doesn't do anything. Well, what? Oh, that's weird. Okay, we use this as a reference. I'm a genius. We use this as a reference, and I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna clone this again, just in case. Just in case. I'm just gonna clone this. I'm gonna hope. And for some reason, I don't know, but if you move it as rotation as an object, then the normals don't get fucked up. And I don't know why, but it's just that's how it works, I guess. It's gonna boom, and then pow, pow. you never rotate on the vertices. Pow. Ta 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 ta. A bit more. Yay, we fixed it. Okay. And you see it, the normals are all correct as the original. But only problem is that, and on hide all, everything is tilted that way. And since we don't need this, wait, what? What the hell is this? What the hell? Are you missing some mesh, son? I don't see no mesh missing. So that's quite odd. Now we don't need it. Now delete this. And we have the uncocked hammer with working normals. Yay! Oh wait, I see it. I see it. You see that? The hell is that? Ah, come on. What the hell is this? I think it's an error. Yes. And quite frankly, I don't know how to fix that. I just mastered the porting, not model editing. Now we have the uncocked hammer. Go to the reference. And we want to delete this. Delete. Now we deleted that. Yeah, this has same problem, I guess. Delete. And then hide all. Bam, we have the... What the hell is this? Seriously. What do you do? Let's see. Okay, it's a part of this part, so I don't get it. Because my body looks fine. If you see here, I don't see any missing faces of this hammer. So that's quite odd. Meh. Back on the business now. I'm gonna delete this part. So we have uncocked hammer. And the body that doesn't have a hammer. So we want to make this mesh to 1. How do we do that? Well, you select both. You can just attach from mesh here, but when you do that, something happens. Something very bad happens and fucking crushes everything. And I don't know why, but that's not how I do. So let me show how I do. I select this both and go to the utility tab here, and when you look at it, there is a collapse and collapse selected. bam, now it works, but the normals are fucked up again. So what do we want to do? Let's try it again. Now, now the body normals are fucked up. Ah! Okay, we can do this. Reset X form, yay! Always works. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, wait. How do fuck. Okay. No. Ah, come on. Ah, why does this work?